And that's what worries my next guest, one of three attorneys general, those from Missouri, Louisiana, and his state, Arizona, concerned about just giving up on Title 42. Schedules, as Bill pointed out, to go away the middle of next month. Attorney General, very good to have you. This is set to happen. You don't want it to happen, but right now it's still on. Is this suit an effort to stop it mid-path or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me on again, Neil. And this lawsuit is all about trying to protect American communities by stopping the Biden administration from removing one of the only tools we have left in our toolbox to prevent an even further flood and catastrophe at our southern border. We've already seen a record amount of people illegally enter the country. And as Bill alluded to in that package, we are expecting to see a surge of more than 500,000 people illegally enter our country in 1 month. It's like the entire population of like Baltimore or Atlanta coming into our country illegally in 1 month if Title 42 is lifted.
You know, one of the things that you hear from those not keen on Title 42 is, well, look at the surge at the border now, and that's with Title 42. What do you think?
Well, it is one of the last remaining tools. Title 42 has been used about 1.7 million times, and we know that more than 2 million people illegally crossed our border last year. So we're talking essentially double the number of people. I was just at the Supreme Court about 6 weeks ago, Neil, arguing a case on the public charge rule where the Biden administration illegally withdrew a Trump-era rule that limits government benefits like welfare and housing to people that don't have legal status. So what we are seeing is a systematic attempt by the Biden administration to essentially destroy our southern border and empower the cartels. And it's done that by decriminalizing and removing any consequences for breaking the law. And now they are trying to essentially incentivize and stop the only thing that's deterring even more people from illegally entering our country.
You know, what is the procedure now? For example, this busload of migrants arriving in Texas today. I assume they're processed. I assume they're not jailed, but I don't know for sure. What happens to them as they're here?
Well, Neil, your guess is as good as mine, and that's what should trouble every hardworking American taxpayer. I'll tell you a really quick anecdote. I used to be a federal prosecutor, and I was talking to one of my former colleagues at DOJ, and he was telling me that there was a group of Iranians that were apprehended at our southern border here in Arizona, more than a dozen, and before federal officials could debrief or talk to them, they were released. And they have no idea what those people were doing, why they were coming here, or where they're at right now. Bill in that package talked about the phones they're getting. We know people are cutting off ankle monitors. I mean, heck, you can throw away a phone. I mean, there's a reason why the cartels use what's called burner phones, because you can drop them and no one can figure out where you're at. So we as Americans are paying the price for the failed Biden administration policies, whether it's at the gas pump, whether it's at our grocery store, and now essentially with felons and those charged with serious crimes being allowed into our neighborhoods.
All right, keep us posted on it. Attorney General Mark Brnovich of Arizona.